Hello, and welcome back to Spaces or Laces. I'm your host, Jeff Meyer. The NFL football season is finally here. Week 1, NFL. Cannot wait. It's going to be fun, exciting. Oh, football's back, baby. It's been way too long. I'm going to run through some of the Week 1 matchups, and then I'm going to get into some Steeler football and just talk NFL, man. I'm excited. But I'm going to talk first about the upcoming matchup tonight, Thursday Night Football, starting off the 2018 regular season. It's going to be the Atlanta Falcons playing at Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are a -1 favorite at home. Starting off my picks for the year. Hopefully do a little better than last year. Had some good weeks, some rough weeks, but I'm going to try to be more consistent this year with my picks. But starting it off tonight, I'm going to take the Falcons +1 on the road. I'm just big on the Falcons this year. Matty Ice, time to shine, baby. Let's see what he can do. Julio Jones, Matt Ryan. I like the Falcons tonight. Starting off the season, I think the Eagles, returning Super Bowl champions, are gonna. I think they're gonna do. They're gonna be rough starting out the gate, but once they get a few games under their belt, I think they'll be fine. But starting out at home, I think they're gonna follow the Eagles tonight. We'll see how that pans out. Then I'm gonna go next game on the list. Steelers at Browns. The Browns are a +4 at home. I'm gonna take the Steelers. I'm afraid of the Browns this year. I really am. They got a lot of talent. Last couple of years, they got high draft picks. That team is loaded with young talent. But you never know how the Browns are going to play, especially at the quarterback position. And if you don't have a quarterback in the NFL, you're not going to win games. So I'm going to take the Steelers, Week 1, -4 on the road. Then we're going to go to the Bills at the Ravens. The Ravens are a -7.5 favorite at home versus the Bills. I'm taking the Ravens. Hate the Ravens, but they're going to handle business this weekend. Jaguars on the road versus the Giants. Giants are +3 at home, underdog. I'm taking the Giants. I don't know about I think the Jaguars will be fine this season, but they don't have any receivers. Marcus Lee went down. Fournette's going to have to carry them. I just don't like them Week 1. Giants get Odell Beckham Jr. back. I like their chances at home. So they're an underdog at home. Love home dogs and betting, so I'm taking the Giants this week. Buccaneers at the Saints. Saints 9.5-point favorite. Taking the Saints. That's a lot of points Week 1 at home. I'm just not sold on the Buccaneers. They have some young talent, but I don't know. I'm not a Buccaneers fan, so that's a little bias there. You know, I like the Saints. Always like Drew Brees, Sean Payton at the head coaching position. That's a biased pick, but -9.5 at home. I'm taking the Saints. Texans at Patriots. Patriots 6.5-point favorite home. Taking them. I almost said the Seahawks. Excuse me. The Texans. They're not going to be able to put enough points to beat Tom Brady at home. I know 6.5 is a lot. I like it. Deshaun Watson played phenomenal last year. He's going to be starting quarterback for them this week, but he got hurt. I want to see him do it again. Year 2 is a lot different in the NFL. You can ask RG3 that. He knows the hard way. So we'll see what Deshaun Watson's got this weekend at Foxborough, but I'll take the Pats -6.5. 49ers are traveling to the Vikings. The Vikings are -6.5 at home. I'm taking the 49ers. I really am high on Jimmy G. We're going to see how he plays this week. But that's a dome. If it was December and snowing in Minnesota and they were, playing outdoors, I'll take the Vikings. But that's a game early in the year at home in a dome. I'm taking Jimmy G. Titans going down to Florida to play the Dolphins. Dolphins are +1.5 at home. I'm taking the home dog in that one. I'm really curious to see what the Titans got this year. It's Marcus Mariota's 4th year or something like that. It's time for him to win some games, make his presence known in the AFC South, but I'm taking the Dolphins at home starting off the year. Then Bengals are traveling to Indianapolis. Colts are -3 at home. I'm taking the Colts. Andrew Luck's return. I'm excited for it. T.Y. Hilton, I drafted him in a couple of my fantasy leagues. It's going to be a big year for him. Andrew Luck's back. He is back. And hopefully he plays like he did a couple years ago. Throwing a lot of touchdowns, hitting T.Y. a lot. So that's what I'm excited for. I'm taking the Colts at home, -3. Then we got the Chiefs traveling to the Chargers. Chargers -3.5 at home. I'm taking the Chargers. Patrick Mahomes, I believe is his name. Either rookie or second-year quarterback is going to be taking over for the Chiefs this year since Alex Smith got traded to the Redskins. Rookie or fresh, new second-year quarterback versus Phillip Rivers. I'm taking Phillip Rivers at home, -3.5. Seattle's traveling up to Mile High. They're going to the Broncos this week. Broncos -3 at home. Broncos always play well at home. They have one of the biggest home field advantages out of anyone in the National Football League. Funny, though, because saying the Seahawks are going there, because the Seahawks, I believe, have #1 at-home advantage in the NFL. But Seahawks, Russell Wilson, I think they're going to go in Mile High Stadium, and they're going to produce. They're going to do well this year. They're going to shake off some of that rust of last season. So I'm taking the Seahawks +3 on the road this weekend. Cowboys, Panthers, taking the Cowboys. Ezekiel is going to go off. Dak Prescott is going to come back from his sophomore slump. Taking the Cowboys +3 on the road. Seahawks, Cardinals. This one's, or excuse me, not Seahawks. Redskins, Cardinals. This is a tough one for me. I'm not sold on the Cardinals anymore. I love their defense. They're getting older. You still got Fitz, a receiver. I guess Sam Bradford, I believe, starting quarterback for them. I'm not sold on him. He's so injury prone. I don't know what he's going to do this week. So I'm taking the Redskins on the road, +1. AP is probably going to be playing running back. Alex Smith's a quarterback. Why not? We're going Redskins in that matchup. Then we got the Bears-Packers. This is a big Week 1 matchup now. The Bears got Khalil Mack from the Raiders, gave up 2 first-round picks for him. Aaron Rodgers. You saw him connect with Jimmy Graham in one of the preseason games. Can't remember which one it was. Jimmy Graham's going to be huge for that offense. Aaron Rodgers just got paid. He got paid. And guess what Aaron Rodgers does in these situations? He excels. He's not the kind of guy to get paid, be lazy, underperform. Aaron Rodgers is going to have an MVP kind of season. I was big on Aaron Rodgers and the Packers making the Super Bowl last year out of the NFC. I haven't decided what my picks are going to be yet for projections for the playoffs, but I think the Packers are going to do pretty well this year. They might be in the running for, at least in my opinion, another Super Bowl opportunity. I know last year it didn't quite pan out, but Packers at home, Lambeau Field, Bears, Packers. Oh my God, Week 1. It's going to be fun. Hope Aaron Rodgers lights them up. I'm taking the Packers -7.5 at home. A lot of points, don't care. Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback. It's going to be fun. Then we got the Jets, Lions. Jets going to the Lions. Lions -6.5. Jets got no one. I don't think they're going to be that great this year. I'm going to win a few games. I'll take the Lions -6.5 at home. Then the game of the week. We got the Rams-Raiders. Week 1 is another big matchup. A lot of fun. Big game. Raiders are +4 at home against the Rams. The Rams just went off this offseason, went out. They paid a lot of guys. Brandon Cooks, they paid. Aaron Donald finally paid. Pitt boy deserved it. Finally got paid. Paid Gurley. I just don't see him doing it Week 1. Maybe they'll win, but they're not covering the 4 points. Derek Carr's back, should have a big year. Got Jordy Nelson, Amari Cooper. I'm ready for Marshawn Lynch this year to go off. Thought I was going to do it last year, didn't. Gruden's the head coach. I see the Raiders going out Week 1 and making a statement game against the Rams. +4 at home, taking the Raiders. Now I want to transition and talking about getting paid like a few Rams players did. Todd Gurley, huge offseason contract, 4 years, $60 million. Whew. It's a lot of money. But talking about now a dickhead who can't get it done, can't figure out his contract negotiations, Le'Veon Bell. Now, that's one thing I don't like about Week 1. We're going to Cleveland. Steelers are. Now I'm transitioning in the Steelers here. They're going to Cleveland, Week 1 against a very young, talented team. Star running backs holding out. The offensive line yesterday just went off on social media. Ramon Foster, DeCastro, Pouncey, dude, basically just talking shit on Le'Veon Bell, man. He got, 4 years, 15 million a year contract extension they offered him in July. He didn't sign it. Hasn't signed his franchise tag. What the hell are you doing? You're part of the Killer Bees. Steelers Super Bowl window, it's closing. I don't know how many more years Big Ben's going to be able to play and play well. So this Super Bowl window is closing. What are you doing? Man up, sign the contract. He's sitting out this week. I don't know what's going on. I'm a huge Le'Veon Bell fan. In my opinion, him and Gurley are the best 2 running backs in this league, followed by David Johnson, Ezekiel Elliott. Those are my top 4. Le'Veon Bell, in my opinion, is number 1. I think he's a little better than Gurley. His vision, his patience, the way he's able to cut, transition, and move. He's so smooth. He's so smooth with the ball. I've never seen a running back like it. Everyone always talks and compliments his vision, his patience. It's so true. Le'Veon Bell is a different kind of player. He catches the ball in the backfield. He can play slot. This man deserves to get paid. The Steelers gave him, I feel like, a very, very worthy contract. He should have signed. He should have took the money. I don't understand why the last 2 years he's done the whole franchise tag thing and just not signed a 4-year contract. He's wanted that 5th year so bad. The funny part is, last year, if he just signed that contract for 4 years, they offered him, I think it was 12 or 13 mil a year. I feel like they lowballed him a little bit last year. But then this year they come back with the 4 years, 15 mil a year. But let's just think last year, he signs that 4-year, $12 million contract. Has a great year, doesn't get the bad PR associated with holding out and all that good stuff. This year, balls out again. He's 2 years into a 4-year contract. Next year, he renegotiates for another 4 years. He got a 6-year contract when you look at it like that. Now, I know there's a lot of risk involved, and it's not that simple. He wants to get paid. He wants stability. I understand. But you're playing for the best, in my opinion, the best organization in football. Go out, do the team right, and the Steelers will do you right. That's a fact. Look at AB's contract. He's never talked shit. All he's ever done, I think AB is obviously one of the best players in football, the best receiver in my opinion. Look at him as your role model. He's gone out, not talked shit, and has produced time and time again on the field. He's produced year in, year out, and he got paid. Not that hard. And guess what? He's going to get paid again. The Steelers are going to do him right because he keeps doing well on the field, and he doesn't have any off-field distractions, none of the garbage that some of these players in the NFL have. He just comes in, works hard, and he got paid. And guess what? You should have learned after AB because the Steelers will do him right. They will. On the Steelers next year, I don't sign you. You're gone. They're either going to trade him, cut him, or not. I guess he'll be a free agent. You can't cut him, but he's going to be a free agent. But the way Le'Veon's been recently, I want him traded in this season. If Connor can play well this weekend, and you can count on Connor giving decent productivity, doing well for the Steelers, catching the ball in the backfield, producing on the ground, trade him. Get some high picks. I don't know if the Steelers could do it, but if somehow they could negotiate and figure out a team that would give up 2 first-rounders like the Raiders did with Khalil Mack, I say take it now. Take it now. Draft a running back next year. But on the flip side, it's kind of hard because with the Raiders trading Khalil Mack to the Bears for 2 first-round picks, there's no guarantee that either one of those first-rounders is going to have, let's say hypothetically they pick a linebacker because of them trading him. There's no guarantee that linebacker will be half the player Khalil Mack will be. Khalil Mack is. And same thing's still true of the Steelers. And that's why I wish he would just have fucking sign the contract. There'd be no controversy. There'd be nothing bad going forward. But it didn't pan out that way. But if they hypothetically get rid of Bell, get 2 first-rounders in some kind of trade and sign, I don't know exactly how that works, but it's one of those things where you can trade, you can sign a contract or sign the franchise tag, all that good stuff. You can somehow figure out how to get rid of them and get something in return as valuable as a first-round pick, 2 first-round picks, a first round and a third, something along those lines. I say do it. And I feel like I just contradict myself a little bit because, you can draft those players and they might not even be a tenth as good as Le'Veon Bell has been. But at this juncture, Bell's getting older. And running backs have a short shelf life in the NFL, and I know that's why he wants this 5-year, contract extension. But I don't know. I just rambled a lot about it. But Le'Veon Bell is not doing the Steelers any good. He's only hurting the Steelers. If he comes back, he's going to be out of shape. He's not going to play well. And if the Steelers are smart, they say fuck him. Run him inside runs. Only runs between the tackles. Don't let him on the perimeter. Don't give him sweeps. Don't give him screens. Don't swing the ball out. Don't let him in the slot. Don't let him be Le'Veon. Honestly, whenever he comes back, fuck him. Inside runs. Inside runs only. Literally, I know that's being a dickhead, but bring down his value. maybe you can sign him next year then. Maybe next year you give him a 4-year, $10 million contract, something like that, after no one wants him, if that's the case. But I know that's kind of cynical there, but I don't know. It's just a bad situation. I get fired up about it, just thinking about it. It makes me mad, but it is what it is. It is what it is. That's football. But I just wanted to talk about that game, thinking about some other games. It's going to be a lot of fun. And also, I know I've been having my little best quarterbacks for Pitt, Penn State, best running backs. I posted that today too, the running back one, posted the quarterback one yesterday. But just looking to the matchup, I just want to speak about it a little bit. Week 2 in college football. Pitt versus Penn State at Heinz Field, night game. It's going to be, I believe it's an ABC game. I think that's right. I don't think it's ESPN. I think it's an ABC game, Saturday night football game. Oh, man, if Pitt could do it. Start off the year 2-0. Knock off Penn State. I think they're ranked 13th in the country right now. That'd be amazing. It'd be simply amazing. But I think I might have touched on a little last week with the whole college football thing. Pat Narduzzi's been there, I think, 4 years. It's time to put it together. It's time to get out of the whole 6 to 8 win category. Start pushing on the 9 and 10 wins a season. Getting to the big bowls. Playing with the big boys. It's time for them to make some statements. I guess Kenny Pickett played well last week. I didn't really get to see much of the game. Saw a little bit, saw some highlights. Played well. But, I mean, look who they played. Wasn't anything special. Then you look at Penn State, though. Played Appalachian State. Appalachian State is the big D1 killer, though. Took down Michigan, 11, 10 years ago, somewhere around that point. I try to block that game out of my memory as much as possible. But who knows? I like Pitt's chances. They're at home. I saw that Penn State's an 8.5-point favorite. I feel like smart money's Pitt. Plus 8.5 at home, week 2, night game. They're going to come out. They're going to play fast. They're going to have high energy, high intensity. I'm a homer. I know I'm picking my team. I'm biased in this opinion, but I got some money on the game. Got a friendly wager on one of my Penn State friends. Should be fun. Hopefully I win. Penn State hate week, but it's been fun. Just wanted to go through the NFL, talk about that stuff, but hopefully you guys enjoy Spaces or Laces. Check out Southbound Sports. Check out Spaces or Laces. Also tomorrow I'm going to post, I think I'm going to roll in receivers and tight ends in the same category, talk a little more Pitt, Penn State. Going to do some pregame festivity videos, maybe something on Periscope, some tailgating stuff on Saturday, just enjoy the whole Pitt, Penn State atmosphere. Hopefully there's a lot of shit talking. Might even do a little segment on Periscope going up to Pitt and Penn State fans, asking for predictions, outcomes, comments, criticisms, just see what people have to say. It should be fun, but this is Jeff here at Spaces or Laces. Thanks for tuning in.